Hey y'all, really quick bee project here. I need to get this double deep 5-frame nuke. I need to get them upgraded to a real box here. So I have a new box and they will be ready for a medium as well. I need to get this box right here leveled, and then we're just gonna throw in these frames in this new hive and get them settled in their new home. So this is a BeeWeaver queen. They're out in Navasota, Texas. This is not a sponsored post, but I experimented with a BeeWeaver queen when I requeened this hive earlier this spring because they are bred to be treatment free. And so I wanted to give them a shot. I've not treated them. I see no crazy signs of destructor mite, any viruses and things like that they've passed on. This hive is doing really well. It's grown very rapidly. This was initially just a 3-frame split, which is not recommended, but I did it anyways, and it's worked out for me, even though I did have to give them a frame of capped over brood from another hive. But with resource hives, you're able to do that if you have more than one hive. So anyways, let's get this base leveled and let's get these 10 frames that are in both of these boxes into this box here. And then I have a medium deep, as I mentioned earlier. So I just want to get them into this new box so they have some room so they don't think about swarming. Even though swarm season is almost over, I just don't want them to get any crazy ideas, because bees are going to do what bees want to do and they don't always play by the rules. So let's get it done. Got a lot of orientation flights going on here. This is like their 3rd queen this year. They swarmed once, which I caught, which is that hive over there. And then they had a queen, which I thought was laying really well, but there was obviously something they didn't like about her. And they recently were able to get their most recent virgin queen mated. I marked her last week, and this hive is doing well. Let me see here. They're still waxing out the flow frames. They're taking to it pretty slow, which is kind of what a lot of people say when it comes to the flow frames. But even if I don't get honey out of this year, it will be prepped and ready to go for next spring. All right, so I'm going to get this leveled, and then I'm gonna go grab my bee stuff. I'm gonna grab my smoker, and we're just gonna start slamming these bees into their new home. All right, so when you're setting up a stand like this, it's important to give it a little bit of tilt to the front so the moisture and the condensation, and if rain gets in for some reason, can flow out of the front of the hive. It is important for it to be level left and right as well, especially if you're going foundationless on your frames. So that is what I'm looking for here. The tilt forward doesn't have to be dramatic, just enough to allow water to flow out of the front. This is a tight space, so I might be in the way here just a touch. I'm gonna get stone for there. I don't like these hives that are in between the beds here, just because I just don't have a lot of space, but it's really the only space that I have. So I'm gonna go get my level really quick. I forgot that. And it did rain this morning, and it is so hot out here, so humid. Need to find another really small stone. I'm not off by much. right, that'll get me started. And I can find the shims and stuff that I really need later, but that is level and it's tilted forward. It's level left to right and tilted forward. Let me get this hive body. All right, so I'm gonna get this top cover off. This is equipment that will now go in storage. I'll get this top box off here. Let me move my camera. Let me see if this will be a little bit of a better angle. Yeah, I think so. It's hard to see out here. So let's get this top box off here. Actually, let's go. Take the lid off. Propolis is hot and sticky. So the deal with this too is you want to keep things fairly close. You want to either move them 3 feet at a time or over 3 miles. Man alive, it's hot. Whew. They've done a good job drawing these frames out. And so what I'm probably gonna do is checkerboard these. Last time I was in this hive, these were mostly honey frames up here. Ooh, nope, the queen's been up here. They're using this as both. So I will be on the lookout. There's some eggs. Not a lot, but there's some eggs. Some brood here. I didn't even check this frame, so let's see. This pretty awkward angle also. Dang, all right. I really like this queen. I don't know if you can see these frames as I'm pulling them out. I should probably do a better job of showing you, but it is so hot. Since all of these frames have brood, I'm just gonna keep them as is. I liked this queen good enough early on that I was planning on getting another one if my hive over there that I just showed you their orientation flights, if they didn't produce a strong open mated queen of their own, that's what they were getting, and they did. So I would like to go treatment free though, totally. Five frame nuke is just packed. It is deep, but yeah, she's good. I really like her. Ooh, there's a hive beetle. Ah, got it. Sorry, guys. Another hive beetle. Huh. Don't want that. Got one trapped right there. This is a foundationless frame here. We'll leave that one over here on this side, I think. And at the moment, I don't really want to shake all these bees because I don't want to get them all worked up. Now I'm going to go on this side and work from over here. Not a fun spot. I always inspect the side from right here, or from over here, and I have way more room. See what we can get out from over here. I do not like this. I made some notes for this. Honestly, I don't want hives here. It just happened to be something that I kind of ran into this spring. These hives are going to leave. These two non-flow hives are not going to stay here. They're going to our land. But if for some reason next year I had a swarm that needed to go in one of these places, I would make sure to not put my netting stake right here. This is a foundationless frame also that they've built out. I'm looking closely over here because I see the queen a lot on this side of the hive. It kind of seems like every inspection I do, she's over here. This is miserable. It's hot. I've also been cleaning all day. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And so I've kind of been bent over. So this is really not what I wanted to do today, to be honest with you. And I think I'm gonna have to fix this frame. But it needed to be done. So here we are. Hard for me to kind of make sure I get my angles right too when I'm pulling these frames out. Oh, such an awkward. All right. These boxes are just absolutely packed with bees. Her brood pattern, awesome. I haven't seen her yet though. I typically don't see her on this side of the box, but since I'm working from this weird angle, this is probably where she's gonna be today. It's a really heavy frame. She is also marked that darker blue color, which honestly I don't prefer. I like the lighter blue that I mark my queens with, but this queen came pre-marked. So all right, now let's hope she's on this last frame, because like all beekeepers, I like to get my eyes on her just because it makes me feel good. However, it's not necessary. The odds are pretty good that I missed her though, because, oh, nope, there she is. All right, I see her. She's an awesome queen. She's going in here. Well, I can see her. All right, she's in here. Let me go this way. Now this box goes on. They should love this. They certainly needed this room. All right, so get these frames centered here. Did I bring my lid? shoot, I forgot my lid. So I'm gonna go grab that really quick. And now that I have my lid here, I'm gonna shake these bees. Into this box. These need to go into this box. So now they are confused, yes. That's okay. All right, tight quarters, but we got this done. I don't like these lids, but right now, this is what I have to work with. The local bee store doesn't have the lids that I like for these. And the reason that I don't like these lids, let me see if my camera overheated. I don't like these lids because you have to feed from the entrance because there's no way to put anything under the lid. I ordered 2 medium boxes and they accidentally only sent me with 1. So I was planning on putting another medium on with an inner cover for an internal feeder, but until I get my lid in that I want, I'm just gonna roll with this and I will put the external feeder out here. But that is all that I have for this video. I'm gonna flip my camera around real quick and we'll do a time lapse for all these bees marching into this hive. And I'll probably do a few orientation flights because I moved their entrance just a touch. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye. All right, they're not really wanting to go in, so I'm gonna open this top back up and shake as many of these bees in here as I can get, because it's gonna take a while at this rate. It's like they don't quite realize that that's not their home anymore. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, got everybody in their home. It's a little bit later. I came out here just to see how they were doing. They're doing orientation flights. I don't see anybody in the old spot, which is right to the right of the hive. It was an absolute ant bed under there, which I do not love. And I don't like to have hives like I had that hive. So this is much better. I can control ants. I can control a lot of other things. So anyways, these bees are getting acclimated to their new space. And let's look over here. I noticed this hive bearding really bad last night as well. It is super, super humid. But I am going to say that this hive is about to need another box, and I'm going to put another deep on it because they've almost got that medium, which is that top box right there, totally drawn out. So they're going crazy. I honestly had low hopes for this hive, but this hive just all of a sudden flipped the switch and is killing it. And that hive doing well as always. You can see that I have a top cover or a top entrance for them because I put in a brand new medium super up there. So, and over here, this hive is, like I mentioned earlier, is kind of giving me problems all year. They have 3 deep boxes and they act like they don't have 3 deep boxes. Like they act like the flow super up top is just not even an option. I don't even have a queen excluder on there. And although I have honey bands at the top of this second deep right here, that the queen technically shouldn't pass. We've had queen issues and things like that. So I'm really hoping this hive just kind of starts to go for it a little bit, because it's not going to be, too much longer before I need to take off the super and start to feed these hives, because we're going to go into dearth. We're going to be getting ready to make winter bees, which need to last all winter. They live much longer than summertime bees. So it's important to, make sure you're doing those things at the right time. So, but anyways, you might have noticed also that I did get all of the weeding done back here. I didn't get my hollyhock stalks that are fizzled out cut back. That's one of my things on my to-do list, but the weeding took almost all day. But anyways, you guys, that is all that I have for this video. We'll catch you in the next one.